Welcome to the Arizona Channel and tonight's game between the Orme Warriors and the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders. Hello, I'm Jim Smith, and I'm going to be bringing you the play-by-play. And tonight, alongside me, Raleigh Gibson from the Orme School.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. Raleigh, tonight, what do you consider are going to be the keys for the game?
Well, I think there are three keys. One key is that both the offensive lines maintain their blocks so that the two running backs, Jabari Smith and Justin Garrison, can break away with some nice runs.
So controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be critical for both teams. Whoever does that may be the victor tonight.
Yes, that is right. Another key is in the last few games, Northwest Christian has been throwing the ball much better. And if the backfield or the secondary of the Orme Warriors can stop it, it might be a close game.
Okay, so now we've got line of scrimmage control there, and then also now Northwest is passing the ball more often.
Yes, and there's one more. If they happen to stop Jabari Smith running, then it might come down to Orme's passing, and if Orme's passing completes all their plays, then that could be good.
Okay, so the three keys: line of scrimmage, defending their pass, and Orme being able to pass the ball as well.
Yes, those are it.
Good. Thank you, Raleigh. Again, thank you so much for being here this evening. I'm going to take a break now. In a moment, we'll talk with Coach Bob Miller, the coach for the Orme Warriors.
You're watching Arizona's Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.
To the pregame show with Jim Smith, the play-by-play announcer. Here with me is the head coach for the Orme Warriors, Bob Miller. Bob, you've been coaching for, 34 years now, and each year and each game is just as exciting for you as the last game.
It is. It's 35 years. But it is. And as I tell the players, I said every year, if I don't get butterflies in my stomach on game day, it's time to quit. And every game, Coach Barrick and I have been together just about as many years, and he and I both laugh about it, but we really agree to that. It's exciting, and if it isn't, it's time to get out.
I guess the 34 years was you and Coach Barrick together. That's where I got that number.
That's correct. He and I have been together 11 years back in Ohio and 23 out here. So this is our 35th year together, so we're enjoying it.
That's great. Tonight's game, Northwest Community Christian. These people, you know this team. Coach Bell is an old foe of yours when you were in the 1A playing 8-man ball. Tell us a little about what you kind of expect tonight from Coach Bell.
Coach Charlie Bell is a real competitor, and he and I have gotten together many times on that playing field. In fact, we coached together in the All-Star game, the North-South game one year. And I really respect his job and the way he prepares his young men. We've had some good battles over the years. I think we've won most of them, but he really is competitive.
Well, I can remember a 1A game, I think it was the last game you played against them, down at their field, 104-degree weather or something like that, and Orme came back victorious.
It was 109 degrees when we started that game at noon that day. I don't know how anybody can play in that kind of temperature, but we had boys going both ways. He did too. The game went back and forth. It was a high-scoring game, as most 8-man games are when you're that competitive. And it was a real brutal game, and we came out on top, but just barely.
Well, this time we're playing 11-man football. They're in the Metro League, and Orme is in the Canyon League. The game today, this is going to be really, it sounds like a game that's going to be determined on the line, depending on who can open the holes for Garrison or Jabari.
It is. They have a larger line than we do, but most of the teams have this year. We have 4 starting sophomores, and it's going to depend a lot on how much they've matured this year. I tell them they're not sophomores anymore. They're juniors since the season's over. So it is. It's going to come down to who can control that line. I think our linemen are a little quicker. Theirs are bigger, so it's going to be very interesting to see which one prevails.
Do you think that with the Metro League, they are obviously Phoenix Christians ranked number 1 or 2 in the state, and Borgade, which was just beaten out by Thatcher last week. Now they are always claiming they've got a tougher league than we do. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think week after week they probably do have more at the very top. Mogollon and Williams and Mayer in our conference, it's not a bad conference at all. Of course, Mogollon and Orme have been at the top the last few years. Overall, I think our top and their top are very competitive. Phoenix Christian may be slightly above the rest of us.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you being here tonight. Good luck to your team.
Thank you, Jim.
How would you like to do something special for our kids? Because of a new law, you can take control of up to $200 of your state income tax money and make sure your taxes go to our public schools. When you make a $200 contribution to our schools, you get a $200 tax credit, so your tax money stays right here to help our kids. To find out more, call the Sedona Oak Creek School District. Kids Credit. It can make a big difference for our kids.
You're watching Arizona Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.
The Arizona Channel, and a presentation of the Orme Warriors and the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders quarterfinal state championship football game. I'm talking here with 4 of the captains for the Orme Warriors. Let me introduce them to each of them to you. On my left, number 2 here, quarterback, and first team all-conference quarterback, Eli Smith. To my left, next to me, this is Johnny Jang. Johnny Jang is the most valuable defensive player for the conference. That's the Canyon Region Conference. Plays linebacker and on the offensive line. To my immediate right, Carlos Leyva, all-conference defensive end for the Orme Warriors. And finally, most valuable offensive player for the Canyon Region Conference, Jabari Smith. Guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. Got a big game tonight. This is going to be an important game. Win this game, we go on to the semifinals. Eli, tell me a little bit about defensively. You're going to have the quarterback who now is throwing the ball a little bit more. Help me understand what you folks are going to do defensively against him.
You're going to have to get pressure on the quarterback, obviously, and you're going to have to cover receivers. And if they catch the ball, you're going to have to wrap up and tackle. And just try to keep them out of the end zone.
Okay, so now this quarterback's a tall kid. I was watching some film. He's a pretty tall kid, so he's going to be able to see over the line. So penetration from the defensive line, penetration from our linebackers, those are going to be things that are critical for tonight's game on defensive the pass. Now they got a pretty quick kid. They run they're always in motion. They run Harper. He tends to be their go-to man in the passing. Any particular plays you've got set up for him?
No real plays. We've got set up for anything like that. You just have to react to who's got the ball and just tackle and wrap up. It's very important in this game.
All right, good job. Want to know, I know that coaches had to make some adjustments. Eli, I understand you've moved to a completely different position defensively than before. I guess you were playing corner, now you're moving into inside linebacker. Again, what kind of adjustments are you going to have to make mentally and physically to be able to play in linebacker position?
I'm going to be a lot more aggressive and step up and tackle the ball carrier instead of wait back a little bit. And pass coverage is a little bit different because I really don't have a man to cover. I just drop back into the zone. Okay,
so tough changes. Okay, let me talk with Carlos a little bit here. Carlos is on the defensive line, and it's important. They've got a young man, Northwest Christian does, Justin Garrison, run for about 1,600 plus yards this year, and a great runner. We're going to have to Orme's going to have to stop him. Carlos, what are you going to do?
I think if we just fill the holes and wrap up and hit them as hard as we can, we should have no problem stopping them. I think it'll be fine.
Now, I know that their offensive line, again, just looking at film of them, they're bigger. They're going to be physically bigger than Orme's line. What kind of problems that's going to cause you?
They might get us with the strength, but I think we got the quickness on them. And like I said, if we just wrap up, we should be fine.
Okay. Now, Jabari, you got over 2,000 yards rushing this year. That's pretty phenomenal. You've got 41 touchdowns. You've broken the state record. My gosh, what else can you do to have a better year?
Win this game tonight. I think that we're capable of doing that. Like Carlos said, they're bigger than us, probably stronger than us, but we have more speed than them, and I think we have a lot more talent than them also. So we got to be looking forward to that. I think that our linemen can get the holes open so it can get me out there so I can do what I'm able to do, and we'll come on with a victory.
Okay, good. Johnny, now you play defensive linebacker, inside linebacker, and again, you're the most valuable defensive player for the Canyon Region teams for the whole conference. Boy, that's wonderful. I watch you play, and you're like a madman out there. What goes through your mind as you're playing defensive linebacker? What do you think about?
Well, I just don't like anybody in the field. I mean, I don't trust anybody, and I like to hit, and that's how my game goes.
Okay, so that's the mentality I would expect of a linebacker. Just get in there and hit, and don't like anybody there. All right. Well, gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck tonight's game, and have a good one. We'll take a break now and come back and have the game for you. Thank you.
You're watching Arizona Super. This is the Arizona Channel.
Good evening. Welcome to the Mesquite High School. You're on the Arizona Channel. We're bringing you the 2A quarterfinal football game between the Orme Warriors and the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders. Out on the field, we've got the captain and the toning cost for the Warriors, number 2, Eli Smith, number 20, Carlos Leyva, the Jabari Smith, number 55, Johnny Jang. For the Crusaders, number 13, Eric Harper, number 21, Justin Garrison, number 33, Jordan Watkins, and number 71, Josh Keith. The Warriors will be kicking off to the Crusaders. Tonight's game be pitting two very, very fine tailbacks. Justin Garrison for the Crusaders, number 21, and also number 3, Jabari Smith.
National anthem.
We'll have the national anthem now. This is Jim Smith along with Raleigh Gibson bringing you the play-by-play color for tonight's high school game between the Orme Warriors and the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders. Raleigh, it's been a cold, wet, windy night here. It's going to be a great night to watch and see how the footing is on the field for these two running backs, Garrison and Smith, and make a big difference in how they'll run tonight.
Yes, that is true, but also they need to hold on to the ball. The ball will probably be a little wet, so better hold on to it.
Well, it will be. The ball will be very wet. And it's interesting, Raleigh, the AIA has required that all playoff games use the Baden ball. The AIA has a contract with Baden, and I know that the Orme Warriors, talking with Coach Miller, they just started using that ball this week. None of the kids really like the ball. It'll be interesting to see how that plays into the game as well.
Yeah.
Back to receive for the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders, number 21, Justin Garrison, along with number 13, that's Eric Harper. Kicking off for the Orme Warriors will be number 46, Dan Cools. The Warriors are dressed in red. The Crusaders are dressed in white. There is a flag on the play. On the kickoff. May have been out of offsides by the Warriors. We'll see. It was a short kick.
Yeah, I don't think he got a hold of that one.
Didn't get a very good kick on that. Back also for the Crusaders, number 37, Drew Bohannon. Watching the films, the earlier games with the Crusaders, they tend to want to do some trickery on the kickoff. Let's see if they try and pull something here.
And they have great speed, Jim. They do a lot of reverses with the ball and pick off some punt returns.
They do. They sure do. It was offsides against the Warriors. The backs them up 5 yards. Now kick again. Probably a little nerves playing into the game for the Warriors. They're a little excited. Warriors come here pretty down. They've only got 22 kids suited up for the game. A lot of injuries for the Warriors this past couple of weeks, and so they're playing with without all their full team. Also, a lot of kids are playing out of position. Ball is taken on the 17-yard line by Harper. He comes on this side. He's open. Finally driven out of bounds.
Wow, what a hit.
Driven out of bounds by Johnny Jang. He brings the ball all the way up to the 26-yard line of the Warriors. Not very good coverage on the kickoff for the Warriors.
Great blocking for Harper. He had a big hole there.
He sure did. Running the ball here on this near side all the way up. Be first and 10 for the Crusaders. 23 is the quarterback. In motion goes 13. Ball is given up the middle at 21. That's at Garrison. Tackled by Jabari. He picks up.
Wow, he cut back hard on that play.
Cut back hard on that play. Picked up about 13, 14 yards on that play. First play off from the line of scrimmage. Single back behind the quarterback. That's number 14, Nave. Back to throw the ball is 23 and wide open on the far side. Touchdown pass to number 13, Harper. No one is out there defending by the Warriors. Mistake on the Warriors defense.
Miscommunication. I saw number 44, Ash Williams, all the way on the other side. He tried to get over there, but it wasn't in time.
Point after touchdown attempt by number 14, Jance Nave. Holding is number 32, Haney. Early score, fumble on the snap. Ball is down right there. Point after touchdown is no good. With only there's 11 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. The Crusaders have already scored. A long kickoff return by Harper. And then a nice run by 21, Justin Garrison. And then a wide open wide receiver, Harper on the far side, runs in from about the 4-yard line, touchdown. No one out there with him at all. Had wide receivers on both sides.
I don't think this is the way the Orme Warriors wanted to start out here.
No, their goal is always to score first and put the other team in a hole. Now they find themselves in a hole. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. I'd be very surprised if the Crusaders kick it back to Smith.
Yeah, he is very dangerous in the open field.
He's got 41 touchdowns this year. He has broken the 2A record. 2A record was 35, I believe, and he's already broken a record. It's 2,200 yards rushing this year.
Wow, that is a lot.
Garrison is over 1,600 yards. Kicking off for the Crusaders is 14, Knife. Back to receive is Jordan and Smith. Again, I'm sure they're not going to kick it to him. Well, they did. I'm surprised. Goes in and out of the hands. It's a touchback.
Wow, that is one of the first times they really kick it to Jabari Felton Smith.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did that, but they must have felt they could handle it. Be first and 10 for the Warriors on their 20-yard line. Again, we'll see what happens with Smith running the ball. Well, it's going to be interesting. There he did have a good feel for the ball when it came bouncing towards him. And again, as you said earlier, this ball is going to be wet.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can hold on to it. Another factor is the line, though.
Smith gives the ball up the middle to the fullback, number 20, Carlos Leyva. He's tackled in there by number 69, Butler.
He had about 3 guys on him on that one.
No gain on the play. Maybe a yard. Be second and a long 9 for the Warriors. Tough defense by the Crusaders. Coming to this near side is wide receiver number 44, Ash Williams in the slot. Landis Taylor, the I formation behind Smith, the quarterback. Pitch to the far side to Jabari Smith. Nice run, tackled over there by Garrison, along with number 84 over there tackling.
Good blocking by the Orme Warriors there. Carlos Leyva made a nice block at the end right there.
And broke Smith open for about 5 yards. Be third and a long 3, maybe 4 yards, probably 4 yards on this for a first down for the Warriors. This is their first possession after the Crusaders scored with 3 plays. Again, I formation behind the quarterback Smith. To the far side is Jordan. In the slot, Landis Taylor. Ball is given to Jabari. He comes this near side. He's going to be to a first down. He's tackled by number 33, Watkins. It is a first down. Picked up about 5 yards on that play. First down for the Warriors.
That was really impressive. He knows how to read those holes pretty well.
Reads it very well, and he kicks out when he needs to and cuts back when he needs to. He's an impressive runner. Again, Smith brings it to the line of scrimmage. That's Eli Smith, the quarterback. We have Williams, Taylor in. Carries the ball on the far side. He isn't getting anywhere at all. Also in there is Keith.
Didn't have much of a hole there. They clogged that hole really quick. Good defense by the Crusaders.
Good. Picked up maybe a yard on that roll. It'd be a 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. Coming to this side is Jordan. In the spot is Taylor. Rain is still continuing to pour here at Mesquite High School. This 2A quarterfinal game. Catching the ball out here this near side is Nick Jordan. Nice pass from Eli Smith, quarterback to the wide receiver, 33, Nick Jordan. Pickup of about 10 or 11 yards. Be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is resting on their 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
Man, that was a beautiful pass. He really has a very strong arm.
Whipped that one. That was, didn't seem to have any trouble with that ball that time. We have some whistles on the field. We'll see what's going on. Referees are communicating with one another. Evidently there is some problem. We're coming over here to this near side. They're concerned about some problems with the clock. Probably a mechanical failure of some sort. Certainly wasn't a failure of the operator, I'm sure. Again, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Smith has the I formation behind him with Leva and Jabari Smith. Far side is Jordan. Jabari comes this way. He's dragging tacklers. Finally pulled down from behind by Keith and number 69, Butler. Picked up again, maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
This Crusader defense has come out playing good run defense on Jabari. He hasn't really got that much, hasn't broken away yet.
I'm not really surprised, Raleigh. I think that they've been scouting Orme. They know that that's our bread and butter, is give the ball to Jabari. 2nd and long 9 for the Warriors. Smith is back to pass. The ball is incomplete, intended for number 15, Landis Taylor. It appeared the ball slipped out of his hand. We will bring 3rd down and 9 for the Warriors. One of the things that the Warriors are faced with all season long is their offensive line, made up of almost all sophomores, being outweighed by 30 and 40 pounds each man.
Yeah, they're very young, Jim, but they have quickness to them, and with more experience, they'll get better.
They sure will. It's going to be a great team for the future for the Warriors. Again, 3rd and 9 for the Warriors. Smith is back to pass again. He throws the ball long and deep. It is intended for Ash Williams.
Smith got hit hard after that pass. He stayed in there, though. Guts, nice job.
Williams got turned around. The ball was there, but somehow he got turned around. So it's 4th and 9 for the Warriors. Back to receive the ball for the Crusaders, number 13, Eric Harper. Back kicking for the Warriors, 46. That's Dan Cools. Snapping the ball is number 20, Carlos Leva.
They better be
nice
careful.
Snap. He called a fair catch and then took the ball. I assume there'd be a penalty on that. He called a fair catch, they picked up the ball and ran. I'm confused here a little bit why that was not called a penalty, but they did get away with it. Obviously, the referee did not see that. but Harper was waving his arm in the air. Picked up the ball on about the 16, 17-yard line and ran it back for a 6-yard return. This near side, we've got Bohanna, and number 13. In the middle, they get the ball to number 21, Garrison. He runs up the middle, tackled in there by Eli Smith along with Sean Fisher, and they're going with a no huddle. This near side comes number 37, and number 29 goes in motion. That's Garrison. Ball is given to Garrison on the far side. He's finally driven out of bounds.
They've got this Orme Warriors defense really confused out there. They don't know what they're running around in the last minute trying to get their defenders.
Well, they have no huddle offense, and that's confusing the Warriors. They weren't prepared for that, and they've got to make those adjustments. That defensive end on the far side has got to come up and play that, and I know that that's something they worked on all practice long. It looks like we got a penalty on the play. I'm not sure what they're talking about. They're just maybe trying to set the ball, get a dry ball. Bohannon to this near side. In the slot, Harper along with Justin Garrison. To the far side is number 33, Watkins. Obviously, they're going to try and pass the ball. And quarterback is running over here. He throws the ball to Harper. Harper has the ball caught and tackled. Nice tackle, open field tackle by number 44. That's Ash Williams.
Ryan Hoffner is a sophomore quarterback. He'll be good in the next few years.
He's a big boy. He's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, that was a nice throw.
Again, trips out here. This near side in the slot, Garrison, Bohanna, and now they go into a split back formation. In motion goes Harper. Ball is given up the middle to Garrison, and he just bowls over for about 8-10 yards. About 8 yards on that play, 7-8 yards. Goes Garrison, finally tackled Eli Smith along with number 63, Brandon Hansen.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this motion coming by Eric Harper is confusing the Orme defense.
That's probably right, and plus the fact they're not even taking time for it. Ball is given to Harper on this near side. Driven out of bounds by Johnny Jang, picks up about 7 yards.
That was very good containment by Carlos Slava. He didn't go outside on that play.
Carlos Slava forced the play there. Nice defense. It picked up. Looks like they drove him out of bounds a little sooner than I thought. So 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. Split backfield behind Hoffner, the quarterback. Ball is given again right up the middle. There goes Garrison. He's tackled there by Johnny Jang along with Sean Fisher, but he picks up 6 yards and a first down.
Yeah, this Crusader offensive line is blocking really well, and he must be having some big holes in there.
Again, they outweigh the Orme line by about 30, 40 pounds per man. Orme's line is very small this year. Again, there goes number 14 carrying the ball, that misdirection stuff, tackled by Eli Smith, Carlos Slava, and J.B. Kessler carrying the ball. Number 14, Chance Nave.
Good defense there by the Warriors. They weren't fooled there.
Pick of maybe 3 yards. Bohannon goes to the far side. In the slot is Harper. In the backfield, Nave and Garrison. In motion again. Here comes that motion. Pitch out, wide pitch out. Garrison's got the ball. He's tackled on the far side by Jordan along with number 55, Johnny Jang. Johnny Jang was named the most valuable defensive player in the Canyon region this year.
Yeah, on that last play, Ryan Hoffner barely got that pitch off. He got hit immediately by Landis Taylor.
Playing the defensive end there. 1st and 10, though, for the Crusaders. Again, split backfield. Far side is Harper and Bohannon. Harper again comes to the motion to this side. Fumble on the play, drop the ball. It is picked up, it appears to be picked up by the Warriors. We'll see here. It is Warrior ball, 1st and 10. Just like you were saying, Raleigh, that ball's wet.
Well, that's a good break for the Warriors. They might
Warriors
need
get the
that.
ball on the 34-yard line, their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Comes this near side is Nick Jordan. Smith has his team up the line of scrimmage. In the slot goes Landis Taylor with Leyva and Jabari Smith behind him. Pitch to this near side comes Jabari. Cuts back. Not much there. Not much there. Defensive end. Linebacker came up and
Yeah,
picked
Jordan
him up.
Watkins, the tight end or linebacker, hit him pretty hard at the end there.
Again, it seems like every first down the Warriors had, they get 1 yard.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
I don't really think they're in a rhythm yet. They need to get into a rhythm.
Near side comes Ash Williams. In the slot, Landis Taylor. They're putting 9 guys in the box. See, make the Warriors either throw it or do something with it, and they're not going anywhere with it. Loss on the play.
Yeah, Jabari Smith ran into his own fullback on that play before he even got past the line of scrimmage.
Loss on the play of a yard. Back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Warriors.
My hands are already too close.
To the far side goes Nick Jordan in the slot. Number 15, Landis Taylor. Smith is back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure. Throws the ball to Jabari. Carrying the ball. Jabari Smith finally run out of bounds by number 32 over on the near side, Haney.
That was a very good play by Eli Smith. And
Eli
Jabari
Smith was under tremendous pressure. Throw the ball to this near side to Jabari. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Be 4th and a long 4 for a first down for the Warriors. Mahanan and Harper back to receive the punt from Dan Cools.
Watch for the reverse here on this punt return.
They only lost 21-7.
Ball is down by the Warriors. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Again, there's a no-huddle offense. Warriors have got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get ready to go.
Yeah, this is going to
In the
tire out
backfield,
the Warriors.
moving into this slot. Single back in the backfield. Nave in this slot. In motion, there goes Garrison. Getting the balls handed to Garrison, that far side. He cuts up the middle. Finally dragged down. Nice running by Garrison.
Yeah, Eric Harper didn't even have a defender on him out there. He was wide open if it were a pass play.
Again, that same play, they had the touchdown. No one was defending back there. Picked up 8 yards. Garrison did. 2nd and 2. Far side goes Bohannon. In the slot is Harper. Flag on the play. I think there was motion by the offensive line. We'll see here. It looked like one of the offensive linemen decided to move after everyone was set.
Yeah, that was number 52, Ryan Cook.
Yeah, it's illegal motion. Illegal procedure. So we'll move the ball back 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and about 7 yards for a first down for the Warriors. Timeout called by the Warriors. We'll take a timeout as well.
Okay, we're back to the game. Again, the Warriors on defense and the Crusaders. Back to pass is Hoffner. He's being pressured. He throws the ball. It is complete on the far side there.
Wow, that was a
Nice
catch by Aaron Harper.
catch by number 13, Harper. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. He was pressured by number 50. That was J.B. Kessler after him, but did not get to him before he got the ball.
They've been moving the chains pretty
1st and 10. Ball is on the Crusaders' 45-yard line. And split backfield behind the quarterback, Hoffner. Far side is behind, and in motion this way is Harper. Ball is given to Garrison. Runs right up the middle. Tackled by Johnny Jang. Pick up of maybe 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that play just keeps on working and working.
The Warriors are going to have to stuff that middle. They're going to stop these Crusaders. Be 2nd and 5. Again, no huddle. This is a surprise, I think, to the Warriors. They weren't prepared for the no-huddle offense. In motion again, here comes Harper. He stops, gives the ball up the middle again to Garrison. He's dragging tacklers. He rushes for about another 7-8 yards, tackled by Eli Smith, Johnny Jang. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball is on the Warriors' 44-yard line.
And the blocking at the line of scrimmage is just phenomenal right now for the Northwest team.
It is. In motion this way comes Harper. Hoffner still got the ball. He's running the ball on the far side. He's wide open. There he goes down the sideline. He's in for a touchdown. 44-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 23, Hoffner. Not a soul out there on that far side. Ran a bootleg to the right and went in for a 44-yard touchdown run by Hoffner.
Must have been a miscommunication again.
Point after touchdown attempt by number 14, Jance Neva. They're going to go for 2. Behind into this near side, split backfield, 14 Nave and number 21, Garrison back to throw us. Hoffner, he's got all day long. He's going to run it in now. He's in for a 2-point conversion.
He's really running well right now for the quarterback.
Running very well, but when you have the whole line blocking like they're blocking right now, it doesn't take much to run. Anybody can run behind that, I think.
Yeah.
Score with 2:16 left in the first quarter, 14-0 in favor of the Crusaders. The Warriors got to step it up on defense. They're going to stop this Crusaders Garrison. He's running all over the place.
Yes, he is. They also need to get a rhythm in offense. They haven't really done much on offense yet.
No, as we were mentioning a moment ago, every first down they get maybe a yard.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do here. Be nice to have Jabari Smith run one back right at this point. Get us back in this ball game. Certainly has the ability to do it. He's ran several back during his career at Orme. 2 or 3 this year alone.
Yeah, well, as the years go by, people don't kick it to him as much, you know.
You know, there's been several games that we've been at, Raleigh, where they just squibbed the ball down the field.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they actually tried to do this last, but he got a little bit too much into it. We'll see if they do the same thing again. Nave kicking off. Again, Jordan and Smith back to pick up the ball. Smith has the ball. He comes to this near side. And he's tackled, run out of bounds by Watkins and Nave. Good pursuit by the Crusaders. Jabari doesn't seem to be running as hard. He doesn't seem to have the energy he had last game against the Antelopes. He had 283 yards and 37 carries against the Antelopes last week, and he was just unstoppable.
That's incredible. He has very good balance, too. He got hit 3 or 4 times on that one play and just stayed up. Doesn't fall.
Does. He spins. He's a very strong runner. 1st and 10 for the Warriors on their own 25-yard line. To the far side goes Jordan. In the slot is Jabari Smith. Smith is back to pass to see if he can get away. He's tackled. No blocking again for the Warriors. Smith is tackled. Can't even get a chance to throw the ball. He's tackled before he can throw the ball. There's just a whole group of
Yeah,
Crusaders back there.
Mad. He got hit by three or four linemen there. There was just no blocking at all.
So it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Warriors. 10-yard loss on that play, Wally.
They're going to need to block better than that if they want to have any chance in this game.
They do. Williams comes to this near side. Smith and Leyva in the backfield. Again, they have a lot of people in the box. Smith is tackled again, no blocking. He is upset. Loss again of about another 10, 15 yards.
Well, he has a reason to be upset.
One of the things Coach Miller tries to do is throw the ball long, and maybe he needs to pick away a little bit more in this situation. I know on those comeback passes he had Jordan open, wide open. This when his first pass he threw, wide open.
Trying to go for the big play, I guess, too early.
Again, 3rd and along 35, 30 yards for a first down for the Warriors. The Crusaders are just coming after him. Jabari carries the ball, and he gets tackled almost immediately. 76 in there. Butler tackling, picked up maybe 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down and maybe 4th down, excuse me. And probably, again, about 29 yards to go for a first down.
Well, I'm sure they'll punt this, though.
And the Crusaders are going to have excellent field position, Raleigh. Back to receive is Harper and Bohannon. Snapping the ball will be Carlos Leyva, back kicking for the Warriors. And that's the end of the first quarter. The Warriors nothing, the Crusaders 14. Raleigh, as we talked in our pre-game show, the keys to this game was the offensive line, and right now the Crusaders own the offensive line.
Yeah, they're just dominating right now, offense and defense. On offense, they're getting all the holes they want right now. I mean, Justin Garrison's just running all over them through the middle and the outside everywhere. And then on defense, Eli Smith doesn't have enough time back there to throw the ball.
Having troubles with the passes. The other thing that I think has got them, and you mentioned again earlier in the game, the no-huddle offense, I think, is causing some problems for the Warriors. They weren't prepared for that, and all the films that I had a chance to take a look at, that's not anything that the Crusaders did. That's something they must have implemented this week to create some problems here for the Warriors. So,
and it's working. It's just throwing off the Warriors completely.
It really is.
They seem tired out there as well.
Well, they're just kind of watching Jabari. He just doesn't seem to have the energy he normally does in his games. Probably a little frustrated. They're probably all a little frustrated. Again, Orme came in here with several of the kids are playing in the wrong positions. They've never played those positions before. The offensive line has been battered with injuries, academic eligibilities. I think he suited up 20 or 22 players for this game out of 40-some players he's had, and it's got to be frustrating for him out there.
Yeah, they have a very slim sideline right now. They're just outnumbered.
You guys see all right?
Again, start the second quarter. Dan Cools is back to punt. Back to receive is 13 Harper and 37 Bohannon. Ball is good snap. Let's see if he gets it away without trouble. Again, it's short kicks, but that's all right. These bouncing kicks really are probably helping the Warriors a little bit.
38-yard line.
Punt of about 33 yards, 34 yards on that. The 1st and 10 for the Crusaders on the Warriors 39-yard line, 38-yard line.
Yeah. They need to stop here.
They got to stop them here and get the ball back.
It's going to be 21-0, and that's a big deficit. Only the second quarter.
In motion, here comes Harper again. The ball is given. Oh, fumble! Let's see who gets it. Oh, it was recovered by a Crusader lineman.
He got popped hard there. The ball just...
Nice pop on that. Warriors missed a real opportunity there. He picked up 4 yards before he fumbled it, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Crusaders. Split backfield behind the quarterback. In motion this way comes the receiver, Harper, carrying the ball is 21 Garrison again. 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards every time. Timeout on the field.
Garrison's hurt, I think.
Garrison is down on the field. Let's certainly hope he's not injured. Pickup by Garrison of about 4 yards again. Each time he seems to get to the ball, Raleigh, up the middle, he carries it for about 4 or 5 yards every time.
Yeah, it's just killing him right now. And I don't know what they're going to do without him right now because he's running really well.
It'll be interesting who they do put in. He is down, and hopefully he's not injured badly. But this is a game that the Warriors have got to have. They want to play another game, and the next game that if they do win, if they come back and win this game, they'll be playing St. John's. Interestingly enough, St. John's going to be in their conference next year with the new realignments, so it'll be an opportunity to play one of their conference foes for next year, if indeed they do come around and win this game tonight.
Yeah, St. John's had an impressive game against Phoenix Christian, won 19-7. Like I said, there was a lot of turnovers. The ball was wet, I guess, and lots of fumbles.
Well, again, Phoenix Christian team may have been a little bit too overconfident. I think they've been rated number 1 or 2 all year in state, and they may have felt like they had the game won before they stepped on the field.
Yep.
They certainly have some wonderful skill people on that Phoenix Christian team with number 5, the tailback, the Wilson boy, very fine runner, going to Washington State this next year, signed with them, and I think their weakness showed through tonight in the game. They just didn't have the quarterback this year that they had last year. Mark Tefteller, their quarterback last year, was really a most valuable player, and maybe in the whole 2A last year. What a fine young quarterback. You're now playing at Eastern Arizona.
Yeah, well, now they have his little brother on the team as quarterback.
Yeah, I believe he's a senior as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that all falls out there. Garrison's still down on the field. Well, again, I hope he's not injured too badly. What a fine young man. Met him this last spring. He was working at a speed camp with gentleman Coach Frankie, who was coach evidently at one point at ASU. He was the track coach there, and Justin was focusing and concentrating on trying to build his speed and quickness. He wants to play some college ball. It's my understanding this is only his 2nd year of playing football.
Yeah, well, we played against him in basketball, and he's a very good sportsmanship. He's a nice kid.
Yes. Yeah, I remember, I think, in fact, as I recall that game, he was the one that beat you guys basically almost single-handedly.
Yeah, that's all right, though. He had like 20-some points. You know.
He did. He played a good game that game. And then, he's being carried off the field, Raleigh. That doesn't look good for the Crusaders. We'll have to see what happens. But they do have plenty of weapons. I'll tell you, they run the ball well. With that big offensive line, it may not matter who's in that backfield carrying the ball for them. Let's see who they do bring in. I'm trying to see the number there. Can you pick up the number? Looks like number 32.
32.
Okay, 32. That's Matt Haney. And there is a timeout on the field now, called by the Warriors. Coach Don Barrick out there talking Warriors. Coach Barrick and Coach Miller for the Warriors have been together 34 years. I can't imagine 34 years together. Coached together in Ohio before coming out to the Orme School 23 years ago. Coach Miller was telling me he came out to Orme just kind of a sabbatical to get out of the big-time football he was coaching at what we would probably call a 5A or a 6A team in Ohio, and just felt like he was getting burned out. Wanted to have a chance to get away from that. Decided to take a look at a different job. Saw a job in Arizona, drove out here, and was driving up that old dirt road and almost turned around and went back home. He said he wasn't sure he wanted to live in a place that had to drive down a 3-mile dirt road to get to the school. But thankfully for the Warriors, he's been there. He's got to be one of the winningest coaches in the state of Arizona in football, at probably any level.
Yeah, he's done a great job here at Orme.
Well, Riley, looks like we're back ready to play now. Split backfield again behind Hoffner. In motion to this goes here comes the quarterback. This far side, Hoffner throws the ball. Wide open is Harper. He's run out of bounds by Nick Jordan. He was defended there by Landis Taylor, but he was wide open on that play pass from Hoffner to the wide receiver or flanker, actually, number 13.
And Jim, he didn't have any pressure on him at all. He was out there all by himself.
The Warriors have got to do something to get pressure on this Hoffner. He's going to pick him apart all night long. There he goes again to the far side. He's wide open. He could probably run it if he wanted to. He passes the ball. It is incomplete intended there. He could have run that ball in, though, Riley. He didn't have anybody in front of him.
Yeah, it was the exact same play except to the opposite side. He had Eric Harper wide open again. I don't know why he didn't throw it to him or just run it.
Yeah, the ball is on the Warriors' 10-yard line. They've got to stop the Crusaders. This has got to be a stop here. This reminds me, this no-huddle offense reminds me, you weren't around Orme, but I can remember watching Mayer and Coach Vince Cahill. He ran a no-huddle offense, and boy, he used to cause some real problems for the teams. There's a pass to the flat over there to Bohannon. He's in for a touchdown. So 10-yard touchdown run, pass from Hoffner to Bohannon. They're just literally picking the Warriors apart. I am really puzzled about this. This is going to be frustrating for Coach Miller and the Warriors.
Yeah, this is a big blow right now. 20-0, almost about to be 21 if he makes this field goal.
Kicking the ball is Jance Nave, holding his number 32. That's Haney. Point after touchdown attempt. Ball is snapped. It's down. It's up. And we'll see, is it good? It is good. So the score with 10:47 left in the first half is 21 Crusaders, nothing Warriors. Warriors got to regroup here.
Yeah, they need a touchdown here. If they don't have a touchdown here, this is going to be a big blow. It's going to be a 3-touchdown game at halftime. That's a big deficit.
It really is, and it's going to mean you're going to have to throw the ball, and they're not getting a protection for Eli Smith. And if they have to throw the ball, it's going to be a problem.
Yep, that was another key in the game. They needed to be able to throw the ball if Jabari was getting stopped. Jabari really hasn't broken through yet, so.
It hasn't. So we'll see. Again, it's Jabari has that potential. Jabari Smith has the potential to break free if he can just get some blocks. The kids, it's awfully nippy and cold and wet out there. I'm sure the kids are having some problems with that. But they've got to block and knock some people down. Kicking off for the Crusaders, number 14, Nave, and back to receive Jordan and Jabari Smith.
You're making everybody happy. I love it. Let's see if they kick it to him. No.
Again, it's a squibbler on the ground. Picked up on that far side by Nick Jordan. He carries the ball up the middle. Return of about 12 yards by Nick Jordan. Tackled by number 79. That's Konovala.
They'll be starting at 30-yard line.
First and 10 for the Warriors at their own 30-yard line. Again, to this near side comes Nick Jordan. In the slot is Landis Taylor. The backfield live formation, Leva and Jabari Smith. Again, look at what the Crusaders are doing. They're just lining them up right up.
Oh.
Ball is intended for number 46, tight end, incomplete. They had 9 people in the box, Raleigh, that time. They're just saying, let's see you throw it, Warriors. We know we can get to your quarterback, so let's see if you can throw the ball. The Warriors have got to do some screen passes. They've got to do some quick hitters, slant passes, something to get those guys to back off a little bit.
Yeah, he got a little time there and hit Dan Cool's hands and just couldn't pull it in.
Again, that temperature and being cold and wet might be the problem. Here comes this near side, comes Jabari again. He's got all these defenders on him. And he steps out of bounds.
Wow, he cut back pretty hard there. He had them all going in one direction, and boom, he was gone.
Really was. Picks up a couple yards on the play, though, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Warriors.
He had about 6 Northwest Christian guys coming hard at him.
Again, downfield blocking, again, a sign of a weakness in the line. You've got to get downfield and block for their running backs. They can't stop just because they make that first point of contact. They've got to get downfield. This near side comes Jabari Smith. To the far side is Nick Jordan. Again, there, see what happens here. Smith is back to pass. The ball is overthrown and intercepted by Bohannon on the far side. Hayes tackle, run out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, Nick Jordan ran out on that play, and it looked like Eli Smith was throwing a post pattern or something.
It looked like a fade, and again, I'm not sure if it was a miscommunication on that, but that's because Nick Jordan was wide open on that comeback pass, and if Smith had thrown it properly, he'd had him down there and had a first down. Got Harper on this near side, Bohannon the far side. Again, we've got, there comes Hoffner. He's throwing the ball, and again, wide open is Harper in the middle.
Well, that was the most pressure I've seen on him all day, but
yeah.
He just had enough time, I guess, to get it off.
Harper's hit hard. He's getting up slow. He's first and 10, pickup of about 10 yards on that play. First and 10 for the Crusaders.
I hope he's not too hurt, because that will be another big blow. Garrison and Harper all in the same quarter.
Yeah, Garrison is out. I don't know. I haven't seen him. I can't see him along the
He's over
side.
on the bench.
He's sitting on the bench. Okay. Hoffner brings the team up line of scrimmage. Split to the far side is Harper. In the middle is Bohannon. And they have a timeout called by the Crusaders.
I think they're calling a timeout to give Hoffner a break there. He looks he's limping out there.
Harper?
Harper, excuse me.
I'll tell you, if they score on this one, it's going to be tough for the Warriors to come back, Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
We got timeout on the field. Let's take a break and have a message from one of our sponsors. Harper, Hoffner's back, ready to throw, wide open and touchdown to Bohannon. Nobody defending him, wide open.
Yeah, he had a lot of time. Very good blocking there by the offensive line.
Yeah, 10-yard touchdown pass to number 37. I'm not sure. The Warriors are really lost out there. This is really surprising to me. We really expected a good game with the Crusaders, and obviously that's not happening for the Warriors.
I'm really impressed with the arm of Ryan Hoffner, the sophomore.
He's doing a good job out there, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, here we go. Let's point after touchdown attempt by Nave. Holding is number 32, that's Haney. Ball is snapped, it's back, and it looks good from here. We'll see, it is good. So the score with 9:35 left in the first half, Crusaders 28 and nothing for the Warriors.
Wow, this is a big deficit, Jim. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back to this.
It is going to be difficult, but I'll tell you, I've seen the Warriors score 30, 40 points in a quarter, but against it sure wasn't the likes of the Crusaders.
Yeah, they're tough right now. They're on top of their game.
Well, Raleigh, we got some time out here. Tell me a little bit about the basketball team at Orme. I know you play basketball. You're what are you, the center for the team? Is that what you play?
Oh no, I'm only 5'10". I'm hopefully starting point guard this year.
5'10", Raleigh. If you're 5'6", I'd be surprised.
No, it looks pretty good. We should be good. We got some height this year and a lot of shooters and quickness. So hopefully we can have a good year.
Well, it's interesting. For 9 years straight, the Warriors have been in the football playoffs, and I guess 8 out of those 9 years, it'd be 7 out of 8 years, they've been to the basketball playoffs. That's pretty phenomenal. We're ready to kick off here. The Crusaders, now Nave kicking off to Smith and Jordan, and they're just going ahead and they're blasting the ball out of there. They don't care if Smith's back there or not. Jordan's got the ball, and he's running up the middle. He's finally buried under a whole sea of Crusaders. maybe got the ball to the 15-yard line, maybe 5 yards on that kickoff return. Again, the Warriors are walking around heads down. They've got to get their heads up. They've got to start playing ball like they know how.
That ball was rolling pretty fast. He might have just let it go out of bounds and get to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Really, that's a good point. I wasn't sure how close he was from. It was on the far side. I couldn't tell exactly where the sideline was, but you're absolutely correct.
Would have been close.
Yeah. This near side comes Nick Jordan. The far side is Jabari Smith. We've got Landis Taylor and Carlos Leyva in the backfield. Smith throws the ball. Ball is overthrown. I wonder if that ball is slick. Eli Smith usually hits if the receiver is right on the numbers. And I wonder if that ball is slick or not. I know earlier this week when they started using this Baden ball, the team wasn't real excited about it. They didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
They use a Wilson ball, a TDS ball, and they really like that. And so I'm not sure what's going to, if that's going to force the teams because of the AIA's contract with Baden to start using Baden balls all the time, or what they're going to do for sure. But they're going to have to figure out a way to handle this ball. Again, Smith brings his team up the line of scrimmage. Near side is Williams. Far side is Smith. Again, Smith is under pressure and tackled for a loss again.
Goal line.
He's down near the goal line. No time at all to throw the ball. Again, it appears to me that the Warriors are trying to go for all the marbles instead of picking away at them. Again, very surprised at that's what they're doing. I would wonder why they don't just kind of pick away at them a little bit and get that first down and do some quick passes, Raleigh. They're getting so much pressure. A couple of quick passes and they might have 10, 15 yards.
Well, that'd be the smartest thing because their blocks aren't holding up too long. So if you throw a quick pass and you don't need that much blocking, just a quick hit there.
Yeah. Again, Smith has his team up line scrimmage. He gives the ball to Jabari Smith, and he drives up through the middle. He picks up about 5-6 yards on the play. That's probably his best run in the whole evening.
And he almost broke through there. If he'd
tackling was number 33, Watkins.
He'd have broke through there, he'd have been out.
4th down and about 15 for the Warriors. Again, they're going to be punting. Back to punt is 46. Dan Cools. Back to receive is number 37. That's Bohannon.
It's a nice punt.
Nice punt. Nice roll. That's
an arm roll.
Great. Good. Down by Ash Williams on the Crusaders' 44-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10 there. But I'll tell you, if the Warriors don't start defending the pass, they're going to be in trouble. They've got to get some pressure on that quarterback. They got to start defending the pass. Maybe they need to do some change up in their defense, rush some linebackers, do some blitzing.
They need to switch it up.
They need to do something, Wally, to get back in this game. Again, Garrison is out of the game. He was injured. Far side is Harper and Bohannon. Under center, back to pass again is the quarterback. He's rushed. He's being rushed. He's got plenty of time. He throws the ball. It's incomplete, intended for number 32. Had all day back there, intended for Haney, incomplete. But that he was in the hands of Brandon Hansen there, and Brandon Hansen couldn't bring him down. But the Warriors did get some pressure on him. That was a good sign.
Good pursuit by Brandon Hansen.
By for the Warriors. In motion comes Bohannon, this near side. Ball's given up the middle. There goes number 32 carrying the ball. That's the same play. Garrison, number 32 is Haney. Haney carrying the ball and picks up about 13, 14 yards. 1st and 10. Again, Warriors have got to stop that running play up the middle like that.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if it's Garrison or Haney. I guess it's just the hole, I guess.
If the line moves them out, that's all it takes, isn't it?
That was a nice run by Haney, who is only a sophomore.
Far side is Harper, in the slot is Haney, and this near side is Bohannon. Back to pass is the quarterback. He throws the ball. It's incomplete. Intended out here for Bohannon. Defending there is Nick Jordan. So we got a 2nd down and 10 for the Crusader. Ball is resting on the Warriors' 41-yard line.
Looked like the tight end Watkins went a little early there, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, it was earlier in the game, as I mentioned, Harper was receiving a punt and waved his arm. Certainly looked to me like a fair catch call, and then he picked up the ball on a bounce and ran. This near side comes Watkins back to pass as the quarterback. He fumbles the ball and recovers it. Nice play, pulled out of Jabari. Or that was number 20. Excuse me. That's Carlos Leyva. Got some pressure on him and almost got the ball. Loss on the play of about 5-6 yards. 3rd and 16 for the Crusaders.
Carlos with some quick hands there. I didn't think he was going to be the guy that just snapped it right at the end.
Far side, Harper and Bohannon in the slot. And Bohannon comes this way, and the tight end, again, you called it last time, Rolly. Looked like the tight end, Watkins, offsides again. A little anxious to get out there and pass pattern.
Yeah.
The big tight end, number 33, Watkins, took off. You picked that up earlier, a couple of plays before. So another 5-yard loss, so it'll be 3rd and, what was that, 20? 3rd and 20?
And they're getting ready and starting quick.
And they're calling
then they call a
timeout on the field by the Crusaders. Well, again, I'm surprised Warriors aren't throwing some shorter passes, getting some slant passes, maybe again some square out passes. Having watched Smith throw the ball in previous games, certainly has the arm to get it out on those quick passes. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to make any of those changes and do any of that.
Yeah, well, this game is definitely proving how important linemen are. Most games, people don't recognize the linemen, but this Northwest Christian line is just getting through on defense and offense, doing whatever they want, manhandling the offensive line and defensive line.
Well, they sure are, and I know that Coach felt like he had some quickness on his defensive line, but it doesn't seem to be helping much right now. Interesting, the Warriors have gone into a pass defense here. Let's see, Huffman is back to pass, and he throws the ball, and it is intercepted by Jabari Smith. He goes down the far side, and he's tackled and run out of bounds on the far side. If you're nice, still going. Holy cow, twisting and turning Jabari Smith. Nice interception by Jabari over the middle. Pass was intended for Bohannon and intercepted by Jabari Smith.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't run that back. Usually when he has that open field, he goes off. I'm sure all the people on the Northwest Christian side, heart stops with where he is.
Well, again, that's 1st and 10 for the Warriors. We'll have to see what they decide to do here. Far side goes Nick Jordan. In the slot is Jabari Smith. Leyva and Taylor in the backfield behind quarterback Eli Smith.
He run a 10-5, 300 meters, and that Sammy Moore kid run like
Ball is caught by Jabari Smith. He's still free. Twist and turn. Nice run by Jabari Smith. Pass from Eli Smith to Jabari Smith. There's that short pass I was telling you about.
And he definitely broke away. That was a nice pass and a nice run after the catch. He certainly has the skills to run after that. Good balance, twisting and turning.
Ball all the way down the 11-yard line. Again, key to that. Smith had some time, throws to Smith, and away they go.
Short passes, like you said, Jim.
1st and 10 for the Warriors. Split the far side is Ash Williams. In the slot is Landis Taylor. Again, Crusaders expecting a run. And
he looked like he lost his footing there.
Lost his footing. Again, the field's probably beat up pretty bad. St. John's and Phoenix Christian played earlier tonight.
Yeah,
about 2 yards, the 2nd 8 for the Warriors. They got to score. They absolutely have to score on this play.
Yeah, if they don't, then they're going to go into the locker room with their heads down even more. Yeah, this is a big possession here.
Jabari Smith, one of the fastest high school students in the state of Arizona, winning the all-comers 100 meters this year against 5A and 4A schools. He's got tremendous speed. Running the ball is Jabari Smith. This near side tackled by number 24, Miller, and number 84, and they're also helping Wallace. He picks up about another 3 yards maybe on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. When the Warriors are down on the Crusaders' 7-yard line, far side wins, and the slot is Taylor. Smith has his team of line screws. I formation behind the quarterback, Eli Smith. Back to pass.
Oh.
Ball is chipped, incomplete, intended for Ash Williams. Again, not getting the protection he needs.
No, they were pretty quick there, too.
Last year, Smith had 1,600 yards in only 6 games passing. So he certainly can throw the ball. Just a matter of getting the time and getting his feet set and delivering the ball properly. It appears to have stopped raining, Raleigh. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So the ball should be a little drier. Again, split the far side, Jordan and slot Taylor. 4th down, the Warriors have got to go for it.
Oh, lost his footing again.
Ball was intended for Nick Jordan. Incomplete. I'm not sure. He had 3 defenders back there. Again, I'm surprised that they would throw a pass and have 3 defenders.
Well, it was desperation. They needed a touchdown here now.
Usually you want to throw something like they would roll out and you throw a square out pass. And less opportunity for interceptions. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. In motion, goes Bohannon into the far side. Ball's given up the middle to number 32, and he's going to run a long ways because the Warriors weren't back there, didn't have anybody in the middle, no linebackers to defend. I'm not sure what kind of defense the Warriors are playing right now. Certainly not a very good one. They're having some real struggles.
Yep, wide open middle again.
You know what, Ollie, I just noticed that 13 isn't in there. I thought it was 13. It's number 11. And I don't have an 11 on our roster sheet, so I do not know who number 11 is for the Crusaders. Again, in motion goes the fumble on the play, picked up by Carlos, it appears. It is Carlos Leva. It was a pitch out to number 32, Haney, and Haney didn't get a handle on it, dropped the ball, and defensive end Carlos Leva recovered the ball. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Carlos was right there the whole time, right behind him, and all of a sudden the ball just dropped right in front of him. He just picked it up.
Okay, ball is resting on the Crusaders' 35, 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Timeout is called by the Warriors. Lots of confusion, it appears, on the Warriors. That's not typical of a Miller team.
No, it's not.
Again, this several fumbles by the Crusaders tonight. Again, the ball may be a little slick. Hopefully, the Warriors will get the ball down and move it down the field again like they did the first series they had here just this last time, series before this. Make a big difference for them going into the halftime, have a score or two on the board.
Yeah, well, there's 4 minutes left, plenty of time. They just need to take their time and get it in there. They need a touchdown here. It's imperative.
Well, it appears the Crusaders have 2 players that are injured and off the field right now. Number 13, Harper, and number 21, Gareth. That's all right, Raleigh. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Warriors 1st and 10.
I'm gonna stand up now, just hopefully that'll get some blood moving.
I'm just going to keep
Smith has his team up the line of scrimmage. This near side comes Nick Jordan in the slot. Linus Taylor again, Jabari Smith and Carlos Leva in the backfield. Ball is given to Jabari, and he's hit immediately. Again, no blocking on the line for the Warriors. Warriors. Tackled by number 84, Wallace. Loss on the play, maybe a yard, 2 yards. Gosh, more than that, 4 yards maybe.
Yeah, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage by 2 or 3 people, bounced off, and then Nick Wallace was sitting right there waiting for him.
Warriors have got to be able to run the ball, or they're just going to key off and force the throws, and then they'll know you're going to throw it, and then so it's going to be interesting. Interesting to see what Coach Miller does. Far side goes Williams. In the slot is Jabari Smith. Comes in motion this way. Catches a ball from Smith. Tackled by Watkins, and 24 in there. Millard picked up about 5 or 6 yards on that pass. Again, a short pass. Looks like maybe even not that much. Let's see where they mark it here. Looks like maybe 3 or 4 yards. So that's a little shorter than I was. We were talking about a little earlier.
Well, it was a very good wrap-up on Millard and didn't let Jabari break through.
And I'm sure what Coach is trying to do is just get the ball into Jabari's hands, so let him do what he needs to do. Again, to the far side goes Jordan. In the slot is Jabari Smith. He comes in motion this way. Smith is back to pass. Is he going to get time? Yes, he is. Ball is thrown. And intended for Jabari. He got a hand on it, but was incomplete. Again, back defending as 3 defenders trying to force the ball. Probably not a good idea right now.
Well, you got Jabari out there who can jump, but he really looks tired, so I guess Eli figured he'll just throw it up and hopefully he'll jump up and grab it.
Well, he has quite a vertical leap, as you know. He dunks the ball. I've been dunking the ball since he was about 7th grade, and he really has the hops. 4th down and 11 for the Warriors. Far side goes Williams, and in the slot, Jabari Smith. Not sure why he's tired. Comes in motion again. Smith is back to pass. It's no time at all. Pitches, gives the ball to Carlos Leyva. Pitches the ball. Maybe loss on the play. Shuttle pass to Carlos Leyva. Tackled by 71. Keith. 1st and 10. No good on that play. Again, not much you can do when you got the whole Crusaders defensive line.
Joseph Smith. This young prophet did not rise from the great New England University.
Again, we do not have a name for number 11. In the slot is Bohannon. And in the backfield, quarterback keeps the ball at the middle. Quarterback Smith. Hoffner is and Sean Fisher. 3 sophomores. Probably Sean Fisher's the biggest at 180 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, he just got
Bohannon goes in motion. Ball's given up the middle. And tackled immediately. Dan Cools makes a big... There is a flag on the play. I'm sure it's going to be...
late hit.
Late hit by the Warriors, I'm afraid. Yeah, personal foul.
On the Warriors.
The guy was already down.
Threw that kid out.
They threw him out?
I'm not sure what's going on here. It appears, we'll see what happens. They're talking to the coaches. So
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
15-yard penalty against the Warriors, personal foul. They ejected Sean Fisher. I'm not sure why.
Wow, this is a big loss on the offensive line.
Yeah, that seems awfully strange. He must have done something pretty radical. I mean, just a late hit wouldn't cause a reason to be kicked out of a game. Carrying the ball was number 37, Bohannon. He was in motion, handed off from Hoffner. Really confusing. I'm not sure. Coach Miller didn't seem to object to that, so must have been all right. He must have felt that the ejection was warranted. Timeout by the Crusaders. Riley, did you see? I didn't see anything. And did you see anything in particular there that?
I just saw him jump on the pile at the end. I think like a dog pile. guess he got a late hit for that, but I don't think they'd eject him. He must have done something on top of the pile.
Maybe he said something, or I wonder if he took a swing or something. Must have done something pretty radical for him to kick him out of a playoff game. That seems a little severe for a game of this caliber.
Yeah, well, like I said before, this is a big loss. He's one of their best linemen.
It is. He's first team all conference too as a sophomore. That's doesn't happen very often.
He's very good. And he's only played football for 2 years.
That's right. So we have a second down Crusaders ball. Ball is resting on the Warriors 42-yard line. Be interesting to see what they end up doing here. Again, as you can see, the Warriors have no, the linebackers is way back. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. There's a quarterback, Hoffner's back, throws the ball here, intended for number 11, incomplete.
And Johnny Jang was right there. If he'd have caught it, he'd have got hit hard.
Yeah.
Third down and 6.
Again, I'm not sure who number 11 is. We don't have his number on our roster sheets. Hoffner goes back to pass again. He's being chased by the Warriors. There's flag on the play. Throws the ball way downfield, wide open, Bohannon, but incomplete. Flag on the play, we'll have to see.
Usually a flag back there might mean a holding when the quarterback's rolling out, so I'm thinking a holding.
Holding against the Crusaders. Starting to get kind of sloppy on both teams here, Raleigh, a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of penalties and miscues and gosh, an ejection for the Warriors. That's pretty tough. In the lineup for the Warriors in place of Sean Fisher's number 75, Adam Asplin. Adam is only a freshman.
Yeah.
As I said, the Warriors were line was very depleted. They lost Dylan Carson, one of their mainstays, good-sized boy, and so it's not having a tough time. Third and 20 yards for the Crusaders. The ball is given up the middle. There goes number 32, Haney. No linebackers to stop him. I'm not sure again what defensive strategy the Warriors are using, but Haney picks up another 10, 12, 14 yards on the play, finally tackled by Ash Williams. Again, I'm not sure what, the linebacker is back 10 yards and easy to block being back that far.
Yeah, I think they need to go to maybe a 3-4 with 4 linebackers, maybe contain the running back a little better. I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see. They again, they're wanting them to run, but Garrett goes up the middle again. And carrying the ball again was number 40. Number 40 again. We do not have him on our roster. I'm not sure who that player is, but he carried the ball for the Crusaders. Did not get a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Only 23 seconds left in the first half. The Crusaders are 28 and the Warriors are 0.
Maybe a Hail Mary here. They need something for the half.
They do. They need something, and hopefully, again, Smith will get some time to throw the ball. We'll have to see. Again, what'll be key is can Adam Asplin pick up any slack there where Sean Fisher's gone. At halftime, we're going to talk with the headmaster at the Orme School, Chip Walcott, and we asked him a few questions about what the school is all about and some of the players. Smith didn't even get a chance to throw the ball again. He's sacked and brought down. Again, no time to throw the ball. The Crusaders are just pulling back and going after him. The line of Orme can't stop them at all.
And they're not going to call a timeout to get another play. They're just going to let it go.
They're going to let it go. That's the end of the half. The Crusaders 28, the Warriors nothing. Again, stay tuned. We're going to talk with Chip Walcott, our headmaster at the Orme School, and visit with him a little bit. So we'll take a break here.
Located just to your right.
You're watching Arizona Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.
Time at the Orme Warriors, Northwest. Hello, we're at halftime. The Orme Warriors and Northwest Community Christian Crusaders football game. I'm here visiting with Chip Walcott, headmaster at the Orme School. Chip, how long has the Orme School been around?
Started in 1929, and it was started on a 40,000-acre ranch in the high desert grasslands. We're 70 miles north of Phoenix, 70 miles south of Flagstaff. Right now we have 194 kids, and they're all good-looking, and they all go to college.
That's great. Now tell me, what is the mission of the Orme School? What are you trying to accomplish? And maybe tell me a little bit about a boarding school versus a day school.
Well, we have 194 students, Jim, and 164 are boarding, about 30 are day. And the day students come from Prescott, Sedona, Prescott Valley, Dewey, Humboldt, Mayer. And we are a college preparatory traditional boarding and day school. We're an independent school. We belong to the National Association of Independent Schools. And every kid takes 5 core courses, academic courses. We're predominantly 9 through 12, but we do have a 7th and 8th grade. We have about 26 or 28 7th and 8th graders.
Now, tell me, every time I talk to someone about a boarding school, the old adage comes up, that's for the bad kids. What kind of a profile of student do you have at Orme?
Well, they're certainly not bad kids. A kid who is going to do college preparatory work may do quantitative work faster than he does his reading, or he may do his reading a little bit faster than the quantitative work. But predominantly, they're quite bright as a group, and the Orme student profiles are very similar to some of the best boarding schools in the East.
Where do the kids come from? Are they from Arizona, or are they from other places?
Predominantly Arizona and California, but we have enclaves in Chicago, Washington, Europe, Pacific Rim. I think it's 26 states and 11 foreign countries.
Well, that's quite a diverse group. I assume that in itself is sort of an education for the kids.
It is. They get to, your roommate may be from Syracuse, maybe from Spain, and you may be from Mayer or Dewey. And that is an education. It's a cultural enrichment that is beyond anything I've ever seen.
Why would I, as a parent, want to send my child to the Orme School?
Well, for a number of reasons. You might have felt that your child had exceeded his academic options at the local public school. Something is wrong in the local public school. You simply you want him to have the experience in the last 2 or 3 or even 4 years or his whole high school career in a boarding school to get that cultural enrichment. And you want him to have small classes. And our average class size is around 8 or 9. And it's a 6-to-1 student-teacher ratio, which is always a thing that parents look for.
You mentioned teachers. Gosh, you're out on a 40,000-acre cattle ranch, literally kind of in the boonies. Where do your teachers live, and where do they come from?
Well, all of the teachers live on campus. 100% are residential, and we are a residential environment. And so we get up in the morning, and we go to bed with some problems. We wake up with some problems. We solve our own problems. Kids and teachers are very close. Unlike, say, a day school or a public school that might go from 8 to 3:30, you can study with the teacher at 6:30 at night, 6:30 in the morning, 10:30 at night. Libraries open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And so there are several really strong advantages to being in a boarding situation, a residential environment.
Well, I send my child here, and one of the things I'm worried about is that I want to be sure he gets into a good college. That's my reason for sending him to the Orme School. How can you help me that way? What do you do at the Orme School that would help my child get into the college of their choice?
Well, we start in the junior year, sometimes even in the sophomore year, looking at colleges, a range of colleges, and a lot of kids know what they want to do, a lot don't know what they want to do, and so we have a college advising staff that works very closely with them. We have SAT prep courses. that will teach to the test and bring you forward on a test that maybe will grant another 100 points or so. And the English department, history department works cross-curriculum, helping the kid write their essay. And there's a really strong push to get a kid into a good college and the college of their choice, where it's a fit.
Good. Chip, most of our audience is from the Sedona area, and many of those families probably would not be sending their child as a boarding student. Can you tell me what advantages or disadvantages, or are there any, between being a boarder and a day student?
Well, to the Sedona audience, your child would have the advantage of living at home but having two different social orders. Would have a strong group of friends here, could stay over if they had something that went late into the night, like a drama production or a big test the next day, would have the option of staying over, but also have their circle of friends at home. And remember, we're talking a traditional academic year calendar. So summers, week off at Thanksgiving, 2 weeks in March, 2 weeks at Christmas. So it's intense while they're here, but they have quite a bit of time off, very similar to that of a college academic year.
I was talking to a friend the other day that their young son goes to a public school, and they were telling me that he never brings any homework home. Now, I understand that that's not the way at Orme School.
No, on average, they're about 2 hours of homework a night. And it could be a half an hour one night, 4 hours the next night. If you were like me in college or in high school, you waited until the last minute to get your paper done. You had it all ready to go, but you stayed up the last couple of nights. So the same academic metabolism that drives anyone in a college preparatory curriculum or in college also works here. Kids are no different today than they were in my day.
Well, it sounds like the organizationally, Orme might be like a small college, maybe, if we could look at it that way a little bit, the way it functions and runs.
I think that's a very apt description, very good description, yeah, a small college.
Well, then, today the Orme Warriors are playing, and they're playing the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders. Now, Bob Miller has been around 23 years here at the Orme School. Is that normal for the teachers to be here that long?
No, Bob would be considered our senior master. He is the one who's been here the longest, but there are several who have been here 15, 16, 17 years, and that would constitute an old guard. I don't know whether you'd said anything about this, Jim, but Bob Miller played for Wake Forest for 4 years and was Brian Piccolo's roommate. Brian Piccolo was the very good friend of Gail Sayers, and Gail Sayers Brian Piccolo died of cancer, and of course the famous movie Brian Song. And so Bob goes way back, and he's really steeped in coaching history and football history, and just watching him deal with our young men, he's truly probably one of the finest coaches I've ever seen.
Well, that says a lot, I'll tell you. I know Bob a little bit, and I'll tell you, he seems to be a fine gentleman, and I know he just loves the kids, and obviously being here 23 years, he must love them a lot and love this place a lot. Chip, I thank you so much for coming and visiting with us at halftime here, and wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Here at second half, the Orme Warriors Northwest Community Christian Crusaders football game. This is the 2A quarterfinal state championship football game. They're playing at Mesquite High School here on McQueen Road. I was just looking at the stats for this first half, and actually the stats for neither team is very impressive. The Warriors running back Jabari Smith has only gotten 43 yards in the first half. 43 yards for Jabari Smith in the first half. And interestingly enough, of course, Garrison went out, but he was running wild there for a while. He only had 59 yards in the first half before he left in that late in that second quarter, and he's still out of the game, it appears. Quarterback Eli Smith has thrown for 59 yards, but he's only 4 for 13. A lot of incompletion, a lot of pressure on him. Hoffner on the other side of the line for the Crusaders. Hoffman for the Crusaders is 7 for 11 for 74 yards. The only difference,
Hoffner's thrown 3 touchdown passes. Well, here we go. Start the second half. Smith and Jordan back to receive the ball. Kicking off is number 14, Nave. Smith picks up the ball. He picks it up on the 7-yard line. He comes this side. Drives up the middle. Finally pulled down and tackled by number 78, Jake Jones. First and 10 for the Warriors at that spot. It'll be the Warriors' 23-yard line. First and 10 for the Warriors. We'll see what kind of adjustments, Raleigh, that Coach Miller made in that locker room at halftime. Again, I'm not sure what you're going to do when you're behind 28 to nothing, other than just throw the ball or do something. You got to score quick.
Well, again, I think they just have to chip away right now. No long passes.
In near side is Jordan. Carrying the ball is Smith, and again, no blocking in the line. He's tackled by number 76. Met immediately at the line. I'm not sure he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Look how good these reps are. Look at that down marker. Fourth down? Oh, no, I don't think so.
It did gain a yard, so it'll be second and 9 for the Warriors. To this near side comes Ash Williams. To the far side goes Landis Taylor. In the backfield in the I formation, Leyva and Jabari Smith. Back to Bass as the quarterback, and he throws an interception to number 32, Haney. First play out of the first pass. Haney carries the ball down to the 1-yard line. I'm not sure.
Eli Smith's pass is intercepted.
Williams was open on this near side, and again, Smith indicated earlier that he's having troubles with that Baden ball. I'm not sure if that was a problem, but he certainly underthrew that ball right into Haney's arms.
Yeah, there wasn't a receiver around, I don't think, for 5-10 yards. Guess he just slipped out of his hands.
Will be first and goal to go for the Crusaders. Ball resting on the Warriors' 2-yard line. Hoffner has his 10th line of scrimmage. Again, I'm not sure who number 40 is, the fullback. Hoffner just carries the ball, but he does not get it. It doesn't appear. I'm looking for a sign there. He's tackled by J.B. Kessler along with Johnny Jang. He did not get the touchdown. Picked up maybe a yard or half a yard. Second and just inches for a touchdown for the Crusaders. Ball is probably very wet and hard to throw, I'm sure. Near side comes number 11, and in the slot, Bohannon, 37. Again, carrying the ball is Hoffner, and he does get a touchdown. Hoffner carries the ball in for a half a yard touchdown. Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, this is a big devastation now. I mean, it's 35-0. There's not much the Warriors can do except save face and try to score, get a couple of touchdowns before the game ends.
Absolutely right, Raleigh, that if they're not careful, they get 42 pointed. As you know, in the 2A, they have a 42-point mercy rule. And they're, if he makes this, they're only a touchdown away from that, and that'd end the game for him. Quite an embarrassment for the Warriors to have that happen. I don't think they've been 42 pointed for a long, long time. Ball is down, it's up, and I can't tell if it's good or not, but it is good. Kick by Nave is good. Score is 35-0 in favor of the Crusaders.
Yep.
Pretty disappointing game for the Warriors. Let's see if they can get their heads up, save a little face here, maybe get a score. Okay.
You got to take over.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Little battery change on my microphone. Again, the Crusaders will be kicking off to the Warriors. Back to receive number 30, Jabari Smith, and number 33, Nick Jordan. It's got to be a tough feeling out there for the Warriors, knowing that many of those seniors, this may be their last game. Ball is kicked on the ground, picked up by Jabari on the 17-yard line. He goes up the middle, cuts and twists and turns, but It doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
Oh, that's a late hit
Finally
right
spun
there.
down by number 78, Jake Jones. First and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is resting on their 30-yard line. We'll have to see what they decide to do. I'm sure that the Crusaders are going to back off and play pass defense. Far right, far side, and then goes Landis Taylor, and this near side, Nick Jordan. I formation behind the quarterback, Eli Smith, gives the ball to Jabari, and again he's met right at the line of scrimmage. He's tackled by Watkins and 76, big lineman in there, Brandon Butler.
I haven't seen a big hole for Jabari all game yet. He really has the hole is clogged every time he goes through.
Really does, Raleigh, and it's got to be frustrating for him. Picked up probably 2 yards on that first down. I think probably the whole first half he maybe had a 1 yard pickup that hole for every first down.
Yeah.
Second and 8 for the Warriors. Near side Williams in the slot. Taylor carrying the ball this side comes Jabari Smith. He breaks open. He may be gone. He may be gone if he can beat this last guy. He can beat the last guy. Touchdown, Jabari Belton Smith. 70-yard touchdown run by Jabari Belton Smith. Well, really, we just were talking, and saying a little faith. He outruns the whole defense of the Crusaders for 70 yards on the pitch and runs it all the way in.
Yeah, that was a very nice run, but Jim, you know, to make that possible, Carlos is blocked right up here on the 50-yard line, hit one of their linebackers, and that left Jabari wide open by himself.
Doesn't take much when you got someone with the speed that Jabari has to open up holes. Point after touchdown attempt, will probably go for it, knowing the situation. So Warriors are going to go for it. This near side comes Nick Jordan in the slot, Taylor and Jabari Smith. Smith is back to pass. Goes the ball to Landis Taylor. Landis Taylor has the chance of it, but the kid has a chance. Incomplete. Score 35 to Taylor.
Well, they can play good defense and maybe get another touchdown, and they're only down by 3 after that.
Alrighty. Well, again, Raleigh, just the old pitch out to this near side, and Jabari got some blocks, and the defensive backfield just could not catch up with him.
Yeah, it was very good blocking by the offensive line, and it shows when they block what Jabari can do, like we said.
I'll tell you, again, the Warriors are down to just a few players this week with all the injuries and academic ineligibilities that occurred. It was difficult. Coach Miller was very concerned about coming out and being able to really put a good show on with his team. He knew they had some heart, but wasn't sure what exactly was going to happen. And it was difficult. You know, you've got kids playing out of position. You've got kids that are, 30, 40 pounds lighter than some of the other kids. It's tough.
And young and inexperienced, just not. They don't have enough experience out there to run with the big team.
You're absolutely correct. Well, kicking off will be Dan Cools. Back to receive is, I believe it's number 37, that's Bohannon. He's in the center, and then he's flanked by number 24, Millard, and number 11. Ball is taken by Bohannon. He runs directly up the middle, and he's caught in there and tackled by
Carlos, I think. Carlos Leyva.
Carlos Leyva, yeah, Carlos Leyva, along with Billy Long. Little Billy Long, freshman playing for the Warriors, getting a little time on kickoff team. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Again, let's hope that the Warriors can hold them here and maybe get the ball back and score once more. This near side comes number 11. Again, we do not have his name. And number 37, Bohannon, split backfield. Bohannon goes in motion the other side. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Offsides. It's against the Warriors. 5-yard penalty. Probably a snap count change by the quarterback Hoffman. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 for the Crusaders. Again, on this far side comes number 11 in motion. Goes Bohannon. Carrying the ball up the middle was number 32. That's Haney, tackled by Johnny Jang and Landis Taylor. Again, no huddle offense by the Crusaders. Single back, number 40. In motion goes Haney. Ball is given to Haney. He goes to that far side. Driven out of bounds on the far side. He is actually caught in the backfield there by Landis Taylor.
Yeah, and then Johnny Jang finishes it off with a nice tackle. They're playing a lot better defense than they did in the first half. In the play before that, they had a wave of tacklers over Haney.
They did. 2nd and long 8 for the Crusaders. Trip on this far side. The quarterback is going to throw the ball. He throws the ball deep, and it is intended for 32. That's Haney, incomplete. He had some pressure on him there.
Number 40 for Northwest Christian, we don't have his name, made a very nice block on Johnny Jang, the blitzer there, and gave the quarterback a little more time.
Again, that's one of the critical things. The backs have got to block for the quarterback if they're going to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Can we shut that door? How come that door is so... Somebody come in?
And no huddle offense. Far right goes number 11 and number 37. That's Bohannon. Bohannon comes in motion towards the near side. Fake to Bohannon. Oh, actually, get the ball to Bohannon. Carrying the ball was 37, tackled by Ash Williams. I'm not sure why Jabari was backing up on that play. Raleigh, was he not?
I guess he was just
kept backpedaling.
I guess he was just not trying to make a mistake, miss a tackle, and let him have the touchdown. I guess he was just trying to contain that.
Running that, carrying the ball was Bohannon. Nice run, end around by number 37, Bohannon. Be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders on the Warriors' 25-yard line. Same play again to Bohannon, and he does the same thing.
Drew Bohannon on the carry.
No defensive end on that.
It was a very nice run by Bohannon there. That's 2 in a row that he's done really well.
He picked up about 7 yards on that play. Tackled by Carlos Leyva. Again, this side, number 11 in the slot. Bohannon goes in motion again. Ball is handed up the middle to number 32, Haney. He's tackled by
Haney on the carry.
Number 50, J.B. Kessler. And
tackle made.
Number
50, J.B. Kessler.
Number 20, Carlos Leyva.
They're just marching up the field right now, dude. No pressure from the Orme Warriors to stop them.
Appears that way. Well, we'll see what happens here. Far side goes 11.
First down, Crusaders.
1st and goal for...
First and goal. Ball spotted on the 5-yard line.
1st and goal for the Crusaders. 11 to the far side in the slot, 37. Backfield, number 40 and number 32, Haney. Quarterback is Hoffner. In motion comes Bohannon. Back to pass as a quarterback. He's going to run it. And he runs in for a touchdown. Touchdown run by number 23,
touchdown
Hoffner.
Crusaders.
Yeah, Ash Williams misses that
touchdown
tackle.
run.
Ash Williams misses that tackle there. Almost had him. Now made it 3rd and goal, I believe.
Point after touchdown attempt by Jance Nave. Ball is snapped. It's down. There's a fumble on it. Nave keeps the ball, picks it up. He starts running, and he's tackled. Point after touchdown is no good. So the score was 7:33 left in 3rd quarter. 41 Crusaders, 6 Warriors.
Crusaders 41.
With that missed, well, it wouldn't have mattered with the Warriors. They couldn't get the point attempt after the touchdown. Gives them a chance to still 42-point them.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully Warriors again can put another score on the board. But Raleigh, they got to stop these Crusaders marching up and down the field.
The run is just killing them, and then the passing really hasn't been that big of a deal. It's been the run up the middle.
Yeah, again, the Warriors have changed their defense. I'm not sure. Maybe Coach Miller thought he saw something there, but yet they're getting huge chunks of yards running with Haney right up the middle there. And if that was Garrison carrying the ball, I'm afraid that those long chunks of yards might have been touchdowns with his speed and elusiveness. But he's moved off the linebacker. Johnny Jang off the line of scrimmage quite a ways, and again, I'm not sure what you may see something that I'm not seeing from up here. Kicking off for the Crusaders is Jance Nave. Back to receive, Felton Smith, Jabari Smith, and Jordan. The ball is kicked. Jordan takes it, hands it off to Jabari. Jabari comes to this near side, and he's still running. Slips out about 3 or 4 different tackles. Finally is pulled down by Tyler Cook. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their with that 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see if the Warriors can do anything here. Ollie, I hope they can do something with this series of plays.
Yeah, like I said before, they're not really in a rhythm right now. They're just chipping away, but they're not even chipping away, so it's constantly punting the ball.
Well, in this near side is Jordan. In the slot is Taylor. On the far side is Jabari Smith. Eli Smith again is under pressure. And he threw out the ball, but it was almost intercepted by 24 on that far side. 24, Millard is defending over there. Incomplete pass.
Again, pressure by number 76, I believe it was. And that made Eli Smith scramble and maybe not give as good of a pass if he would have been set.
Well, that's a big man, Butler. He's been in there all night long, putting pressure on Eli Smith. They've got to find a way to try and block those guys. So let's see what happens as they continue on here. Again, the Williams to this near side. In the slot is Landis Taylor. I formation behind quarterback Eli Smith. That's Leyva and Jabari Smith. Pitch to the side. Here comes Jabari. He cuts back. And he's running to the far side to see if he can outrun these guys. What a runner, Jabari Smith. Runs the ball all the way down.
That was a very nice run by Jabari.
30-yard run by Jabari Smith, finally tackled by Wallace. I think he's just out of breath down there. But a nice run, cutting back and forth across the green. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, at the end of that play, he had no steam left. He couldn't even outrun number 33.
Yeah, Watkins, who certainly couldn't be as fast as him. Near side comes Jordan. In the slot is Taylor, I formation. Leyva and Jabari Smith. Back to pass is the quarterback. There's that pass I was telling you about.
Yeah, it just gives them enough time to throw the ball. And also, Jabari Smith made a nice block there at the end from the linebacker.
Yeah, nice pass from Eli Smith. Again, that's that comeback pass that's been open all night, and it's a pretty quick pass, and if they can just drive that defensive back fast enough and then turn around and come back to the ball, it makes it just almost impossible to defend.
You know who also deserves some credit is the secondary of Northwest Christian. They have done a fabulous job on our receivers.
They have. They've covered them very well. Far side goes Ash Williams. In the slot is Taylor, Leyva, and Smith behind quarterback Eli Smith. Fumble on the play. Eli recovers the ball.
Smart play to just fall on it instead of trying to pick it up.
I'm sure he's frustrated with himself for doing that. It didn't need that to happen right now. Loss on the play of 1 yard. 2nd and 11 for the Warriors. 5:39 left in the third quarter. Far side goes Smith. This near side is Jordan, Taylor, and Leyva behind quarterback Eli Smith. Back to pass. Throws the ball and intended for Nick Jordan. It was just short. I'm not sure. Again, there was those long passes again, Raleigh. Back defending was Bohannon.
And there was two defenders out there. I'm not sure if that was a good decision. Almost picked off.
Was almost caught by Bohannon. Good, actually, it was a good defensive play by Nick Jordan to knock it down.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Warriors. Ball resting on the Crusaders' 31-yard line. Williams come to this near side. Smith and Leyva behind Smith, the quarterback, and then Taylor in the slot. Smith is being chased by the Crusaders. He makes a beautiful pass over to Jabari Smith on the far side, picks up about 16 yards on that pass under tremendous pressure. Smith showed his arm there, Raleigh, throwing that across the field to Jabari Smith and running to his left to top it off.
Yeah, beautiful pass, and that's an awkward throw when you're running to your left and you're a right-handed thrower, so that was nice.
The 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is on the Crusaders' 14-yard line, 13-yard line. They've called a timeout by the Warriors.
Timeout. Warriors.
Well, you're a student there at the Orme School. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to be a Orme boarding student there.
Well, me, I like it because it's your classes, you don't have many people in there. You have 6 to 7 people usually, maybe 8. And then it gives you more attention from your teacher so they can focus more on you if you have a problem with it instead of public high schools that have 30 and something like that. And then also, the school is very diversified with the people at the school. There's people from Asia, Europe, everywhere, and it's really nice because it gives you a view of other people's lives, I guess.
Well, the Orme School, I understand the enrollment's about 195 students, but that's grades 7 through 12. What do you know what the enrollment is for just the high school itself?
Probably about, I'm sure there's like 30, 40 kids in the middle school, and probably about 167 in the whole school.
That's good. That's good. That's right. Okay, back to the ball game. Time's been called. We got Jordan to this near side, Smith and Leyva in the backfield. Landis Taylor in the far slot. Here comes Jabari carrying the ball on this near side. Can he outrun these guys to this corner? He twists and turns and tackled finally by Millard is there along with Bohannon and Watkins, but he picks up hard running for only about 3 yards, Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm not sure he should have tried to cut back at the end. Maybe he should have just ducked his shoulder and just tried to get a couple more yards, but
and kept coming this direction toward this near sideline, you think?
Yeah.
Ash Williams is this near side, number 44 in the slot is 15. That's Landis Taylor. Again, Leyva and Smith behind quarterback Eli Smith. Long count there. Gives the ball to Jabari. He fights his way. Maybe picks up another 2 or 3 yards. Tackled by Watkins and Butler. Looks like the Butlers must be brothers. 69 and 70. Is it 76? Yeah, 76. Brandon and Cameron Butler. I'll bet they're brothers. About the same size, and at least they have the same last name.
Yeah. Well, that hard count by Eli Smith, he did that all last week. Got him a couple of crucial first downs. He has a very good hard count.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. Pick up about 3 yards on that play. Jordan is on this near side. Ball is given to Jabari on the far side. He twists and turns, fighting his way, trying to get that first down. It looks like he's very close. Millard there tackling him.
I think he's just looked short.
Let's see here. Just inches short, it appears, for the first down. 4th and inches for the Warriors. I'm sure they're going to go for it. They don't have much choice at this point.
maybe a quarterback sneak would work. Yeah.
Well, Eli Smith is 6'2", 185 pounds. Maybe he can, with that short a distance, maybe he can get through it. It'll be interesting to see. It's just they're going to have a goal line stance here, so it's going to be tough. But maybe if the good lean and good push by the quarterback, he might get in there. Gives it to Jabari, and Jabari gets it. He gets a first down. Tackle by Watkins. Carried the ball over this near side over his right tackle. Gets a first down. Be first and goal. Ball resting on it, but the 2-yard line, it appears. So it'll be first and goal for the Warriors.
Yeah, this is a good chance for the Warriors to maybe get 14 points on the board. If they don't score here, this will be pretty disappointing for them.
I'll tell you, it was that run by Jabari, that twist and turn and run on that pitch, and then that beautiful throw from Eli Smith back to Jabari Smith that got these the Warriors down the field. And the ball is given to Jabari. He fights his way. He fumbles the ball, and it appears that the Warriors recovers. Fumble by Jabari, recovered by Brandon Hansen of the Warriors, it appears. Yes, number 63 did recover the ball. Nice reaction by Brandon Hansen. Jabari slow getting up.
Big break for the Warriors there. That was close. That
was a big break. That was close. The Warriors can't afford to have Jabari injured. They don't really have anybody to back him up. As I was mentioning, with deficiencies and academic eligibilities and injuries, the Warriors have depleted running backs and worst area, the linemen. They have no linemen. All their upper division, aged linemen, upperclassmen are out. Near side is Williams. In the slot is Taylor. Smith goes over the left side there, carrying the ball on that second down. And let's see, picked up about a yard, maybe a yard and a half is all, and it's still third and about 3 yards to go for a first down for the Warriors. Or not for goal, excuse me, it's third and goal. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Get the playoff here, and they'll probably end the third quarter. I'm sure if it gets to fourth down, they're going to go for it, Raleigh. They just got to.
Yeah, well, I don't think they'd punt it or go for it.
Well, it's given to Jabari. He scoots out to this near side, scores a touchdown, 3-yard touchdown run by Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he had good blocking there. He had a lot of room there.
You know, it's interesting. I was looking out there, and the Crusaders still have their first-team defense in there.
Yeah.
This is not a second-team defense. Injury on the field appears to be a Crusader. I cannot see who the number is. He's blocked from our view, but there is a Crusader down injured.
Yes, this is the third one of the game for them.
That's not doesn't bode well for them if they end up winning this game, and they'll be playing St. John's next Friday. That's Garrison out, Harper. Those are two of their big offensive weapons.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at numbers out there, and the number I see missing is number 37. That's Bohannon. And well, I'll tell you what, if they lose Bohannon and Garrison and Harper, they're in trouble.
In big trouble. Those are one of the big players on their teams.
Now you live in Sedona.
Yes, I do.
How long have you been living in Sedona?
Since December of 2000. Not too long. I just moved there from Mexico City.
Okay.
And it's all right. I like it, but it's kind of a big difference from Mexico City. You know, a big city to a small city.
Well, it is. And what brought your family to Sedona? What attracted them to the Sedona area?
Well, my dad had always known Sedona, and he always thought it was beautiful out there, which it is, I guess. And so he decided to move out there after he sold the business in Mexico City.
Well, if we count you and we have another 3 or 4, the Orme has another 3 or 4 students from the Sedona area. And so that's it makes it convenient for you to get home on the weekends and spend time with your family and still be a boarding student and have all the benefits of being a boarding student here at the Orme school.
Yeah, it's not even that bad of a drive to get home. 45 minutes to an hour, really, that's it.
Well, that's good. Well, let's go ahead and take a break. We still have a injury on the field, and let's take a break here.
You're watching Arizona Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.
Injury on the field was Drew Bohannon. He walked off on his own, so hopefully he'll be all right. We're going for a point after touchdown attempt here. Pass is caught by Landis Taylor for a 2-point conversion. That gives the Warriors 14 now for the Warriors. Nice pass and catch. Eli Smith to Landis Taylor.
That was the exact same point after attempt that they did last time, except this time he caught it and he made a nice little push at the end.
Did. Leaned over and got that 2-point conversion. That was important for the Warriors. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. The Warriors have been struggling. Well, again, when we talked in our pregame show, we talked about the keys to the game, and obviously there was 2 big keys, and one was the line of scrimmage, and the Warriors so far have lost that battle at the line of scrimmage, and then the other was getting to Hoffner, the quarterback, because we knew he was going to throw the ball.
Yeah, and the Orme Warriors haven't really gotten to Hoffner at all, but they haven't really gotten to Hoffner at all, and the line of scrimmage has just been getting dominated. And Justin Garrison isn't in, but the other running back's doing just as well as him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay? What time is it?
Okay, kicking off for the Warriors will be Dan Cole's number 46 back to receive. Looks like Bohannon must be all right. He's back to receive this kickoff.
Guess he just had a stinger.
Yeah, must have just gotten a stinger or wind knocked out of him, probably, most likely. Kicking off again is Dan Coles.
Goodbye.
Onside kick. I could have predicted that. Ball was touched first by number 79. That's Kanalala. Ball off.
James.
Finally recovered by Jan Snave. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Again, probably could have predicted that was going to happen. Warriors wanting to get the ball back and try and get some more points on the scoreboard. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball is on the Crusaders' 47-yard line. Split backfield. Far right is number 11. In motion comes Bohannon. Ball is given up the middle to 32, and he's met immediately by J.B. Kessler, but could not wrap him up. Finally drugged down by Brandon Hansen, along with middle linebacker number 55, Johnny Jang. No pickup on the play. It'd be 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. Excuse me, pickup of maybe a half a yard. They did move the sticks. We do have a end of the third quarter. Warriors 14, Crusaders 41.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Well, again, the Warriors are playing still against the number 1 team, first team defense for the Crusaders. So, we can't say they've scored those points against the second or third team players. So.
Yeah, I think they went into halftime and changed a couple things, and in this half they're leading 14-7, I believe, or 14-6.
Actually, they are. If you started, you're absolutely correct. We started at the half again. So they're playing. But this is the kind of ball game that we had anticipated when we started. But when Garrison was running the ball and the offensive line just took control of the line of scrimmage, the Crusaders were blowing the Warriors off the line of scrimmage, and Garrison, of course, just following his blockers going right down the field. Got to say though, these Warriors fought back, worked really hard. They're small. They don't have a lot of weight out there, and they're doing a good job trying to contain these Crusaders, who are much bigger physically than they are. We're back to action here for the fourth and final quarter. This near side comes number 11 in motion to the far side. Goes 33 up the middle. Goes Haney again, and again there goes that wide open middle. there to stop him, and he's tackled by Ash Williams and Nick Jordan, the two safeties, but he picks up 15 yards, Raleigh, and again, 16 yards, and again, there's nothing in the middle to stop him.
It's the same play that they've been doing all day, and
all night long, aren't they?
And Orme Warriors just can't stop it right now. I don't understand why.
Well, I see now that they've moved Carlos Leiva in as a middle linebacker. Haney's got not Haney, but Hoffman's got the ball. There's a hold over there. I wonder if, it's been interesting. They've not picked up some calls here. I've not said anything early, but there's been several kind of funny calls that, or non-calls, I should say, that
second down and 3.
Earlier in the game when Harper signaled for a fair catch and then picks up the ball rolling on the ground and takes off with it. There was no call there. Number 79 just grabbed Landis Taylor and pulled him down from the back. That certainly I would think would be holding. Very apparent. But 8 yards on that play, and here comes Bohannon carrying the ball. And see, there is a time when Landis Taylor, the defensive end, pulls him down, and it could have been the same thing last one if 79 hadn't pulled him down by his jersey.
Yeah, good containment by the Orme Warrior defense on that one.
At halftime, I checked to find out what had happened on the ejection of Sean Fisher. Apparently, the officials felt like he tried to slug the player when he was down, and Sean indicated that was not the case. It may have appeared visually that was what happened, but that was not the case at all. He said didn't slug anybody, would not do that. It may have appeared that way. Carrying the ball was number 40, the fullback, 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. The ball is resting on the Warriors' 35-yard line.
You're on there. Or am I not hearing you? You're only give me a couple of words. Call a player.
Nice catch, nice catch.
Tackle made by number 33, Nick Jordan. Gain of 4 play. Second down and 6.
I'll hold it. All right. I respect that.
Touchdown Crusaders. 17-yard touchdown run by number 37, Drew Bohannon. On to attempt the extra point.
No!
Number 14, Jet Dave.
Stop.
I can't even hear him.
You can't hear him?
Okay. He gets on the ground, I'm blaming it on you. No.
PAT is good. With 9 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the game. Warriors 14, Crusaders 48.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna. Just a second, don't close it.
Should I give him this one?
Kicking off for the Crusaders, number 14, Chance
Might as well crack it for him in case he needs to get in or anything.
Probably kick it swivel on the ground. Yeah, and again, that's what they do. Pick that by it on the far side. He carries the ball.
Eli Smith carries the ball down to the 42-yard line.
Finally
First and
tackled
40.
by number 88, tackling that's Moorhead. First and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is on the 43-yard line. The far side goes Ash Williams. And this near side, the slot is Jabari Smith. Ball is given to Linus Taylor. Met and tackled immediately by number 79.
Adam Kanavalov.
Kanavalov tackling Linus Taylor for a loss of about 3 yards.
Again, no blocking Jim there. He was just met way deep in the backfield.
Met in the backfield, wasn't
Didn't even have a chance on it.
be second down and 12 for the Warriors. Ball on their 40-yard line. Split to the far side is Jordan. This near side comes Jabari Smith. The Crusaders are playing way back defensively in the defensive backfield. Figuring it's going to be a pass, and they're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Flag on the play. Defensive interference there against Nick Jordan on the far side. Running along the sideline on a fade pattern. And the tip in the backfield, Linus Taylor in the slot. Far side is Nick Jordan. Ash Williams. Smith is back to pass. Again, under tremendous pressure. Cannot get a pass off.
Almost.
Something far side looked like Smith tried to throw the ball.
Pass intercepted by number 71, Josh Keith.
It was picked up by number 71, Josh Keith. I'm not sure what Eli was trying to do over on that far side, but obviously it didn't work and they lose the ball.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Crusaders. This near side comes Bohannon, far side number 11, in the backfield number 40, and Haney. Bohannon goes in motion, ball's handed off to Bohannon. He's met and tackled immediately on that far side. Nice defensive play on that far side by Brandon Hansen, one of the sophomore linemen that Coach Miller had to bring off the JV team to play in this game. Be second and 12 for the Crusaders. In motion again to the side, up the middle. They give the ball to Haney. And again, he runs that middle for about 10 yards, 8 yards.
He gets hit hard at the end of the play there. I'm not sure who hit him. I think it was Ash Williams.
Ash Williams tackling in there. Carlos Slade would be third and 3 for the Crusaders. Far side goes 11 in the slot, Bohannon. Number 40 and Haney in the backfield behind, split backfield behind Hoffner. Bohannon comes this side. He's got the ball. Again, there's a hold on this side, but missed by the line judge. Tackling is Eli Smith.
And Eli Smith was the one being held, and he broke away from it and helped with the tackle with Johnny Jane.
First and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball is on the Warriors' 31-yard line. In motion comes Bohannon, but he stops. Still got the ball. Is Hoffner. He's back to pass. Throws the ball. It is incomplete. Intended for number 84, Wallace, and it's incomplete. Back defending Carlos Leyva and Jabari Smith.
Jabari
Smith. And 10.
Jabari Smith played very good defense with him all the way on that play.
Again, no huddle offense all night long by the Crusaders, creating problems for defensively for the Warriors. Back to pass. That's a pass in the flat. Carrying the ball is number 11, and finally tackled on the far side by number 44. That's Ash Wins, is number 11, but he picks up a first down.
That was a nice run by number 11. He caught that and ran pretty fast there.
Well, the Warriors are playing so far off the line there, Wally, that they had 5 yards before anybody even got near him.
Yeah.
Far side is 11, and number 37, Bohannon, comes in motion this way. Ball is given up the middle to Haney. Haney runs to that far side, and he's going to go in for a score.
Touchdown, Crusaders.
That was a very nice run by Haney.
20-yard
touchdown run by Matthew Haney. I'll tell you, maybe they don't need Garrison.
Yeah, Haney is only a sophomore. He's been very impressive tonight. Followed his blocks very well.
They have timeout on the field called by the Crusaders.
If they were to get this extra point, then it would be a 42 point if they go for 2.
Not a very pretty ball game for the Warriors tonight, Raleigh. They've not played their kind of ball. It's got to be really disappointing for Jabari and Eli and Johnny and Carlos and those kids who are seniors this year. Ash, Nick Jordan. It's got to be a tough situation. I don't know that they thought whether or not what kind of game they play, but I certainly think they thought they'd play a tougher game than this.
Yeah, well, they'll definitely be disappointed for a while now, but they have a very young team and they'll all come back. There's only maybe 10 juniors and seniors on the whole varsity squad right now, so you never know.
That's correct. It'll be interesting with the new realignment too. What that will mean. The Crusaders are going to go for 2. Let's see if the Warriors can suck it up and stop them so that they don't 42 point them. In motion comes Bohannon. Hoffman hangs onto the ball, and he's driven out of bounds on the far side, and he makes it.
2-point conversion is good. On the keeper by number 23, Ryan Hoffman.
42 pointed tonight. The Warriors, again, what a frustrating situation for them.
Yeah.
That's the end of the game. Score, Crusaders 56, Warriors 14.
Final score.
Crusaders played a very good game today. Orme Warriors weren't really on top of their game throughout the whole time.
Well, stay tuned. In a few minutes, we'll have some wrap-up information and talking about the game. And this is Jim Smith and Raleigh Gibson.
Thank you for coming.
How would you like to do something special for our kids? Because of a new law, you can take control of up to $200 of your state income tax money and make sure your taxes go to our public schools. When you make a $200 contribution to our schools, you get a $200 tax credit, so your tax money stays right here to help our kids. To find out more, call the Sedona Oak Creek School District. Kids Credit. It can make a big difference for our kids.
You're watching Arizona's Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.
Well, the end of the game here at Mesquite High School, end of the season for the Orme Warriors. Score, they were beaten tonight pretty handedly by the Northwest Crusaders. I'll tell you, the Crusaders were just running the ball up and down the field. Again, the line of scrimmage was the key.
Yeah, they couldn't stop the run up the middle throughout the whole game, and Justin Garrison, even though he went out earlier, his backup just came in and played phenomenally.
That was number 32, the Haney boy. He had he ran for a total of 106 yards, but he only ran 9 times. That's almost 10 yards a carry.
That's incredible. That's unheard of. That's great.
Well, in the game, some of the stats for Jabari Smith. Jabari had 23 carries for 142 yards. He was making some yardage there in the second half. And again, I think if the Warriors could have stopped and controlled the line of scrimmage, a much closer ball game.
Well, yeah, every time he got the ball, he was met at the line of scrimmage. And the only times that he really had some big runs were when he broke free. He had to make his own. He had to create for himself. It wasn't really the blocking.
Well, and Smith, the quarterback, trying to throw the ball, had a very difficult time trying to throw the ball. He was only 6 for 18 tonight with 87 yards. Now, 18 throws, that's probably, if you add all the throws up for the whole season, that'd probably be the highest total.
Yeah, well, because the Orme Warriors have never really had to run or pass the ball because the running has been so potent. And this game, they were stopping the run, so we had to pass early. And then the linemen were getting in, so he was throwing some forced passes, and they weren't being completed.
Well, exactly. There were many times he'd get in the back, just get set up, and there'd be a defensive lineman on him, and he'd try to escape from there and couldn't get away and get drugged down. I know that in the second quarter, the first half, he lost, 20 yards by time, and he just turned around and get set up, and wham, he'd get hit.
Well, yeah, they just overpowered the Orme's offensive line. There was nothing they could do about it. Every time you'd say hike and get ready, and boom, they'd be there and they'd tackle him.
Well, as you and I had talked, though, when Coach went to those shorter passes, particularly that comeback pass, Nick Jordan had 2 or 3 of those in the game, and those always seemed to be open.
Yeah, they weren't really playing real close on them. They were leaving them kind of so they wouldn't get the long passes. So they played pretty good on defense, but the Orme Warriors they weren't on top of their game.
Well, and that's probably, again, and as we said in our pregame, the keys tonight were those 3, controlling the offensive line, getting to Hoffner. Hoffner completed, completed 20, let's see, what was his completion here? I had it here, I thought I wrote it down, but he had just 142 yards, there it is, in passing. And if we'd been able to get to him, I think that made a difference. He had 3 touchdowns just running himself. Hoffman, the quarterback, just a sophomore. And then, of course, they had 3 other touchdowns in passing. So he accounted for 6 touchdowns himself.
Well, yeah, you can look for him in the later years. Only a sophomore. He's 6'2", I think 185, something like that. He'll be great, and he did a really good job tonight.
Well, again, as long as you have time to throw the ball, it looks good.
Yes, it does.
Well, I think that's the key for the game tonight for the Warriors. Unfortunately, a loss here for them, and it's 56-14. The Warriors lose tonight to the Northwest Community Christian Crusaders. It was a tough game. The Warriors have had a great season, ending their season at 8-3. We had 4 players on the Orme team named to the first team all-conference, and 2 of those players, Jabari Smith was most valuable player offensively, and Johnny Jangar, the inside linebacker for the Warriors, was the most valuable defensive player for the Canyon region. So we're real proud of the boys. They did a great job and kept with it tonight and played their hearts out. Unfortunately, they're on the short end, losing again 56-14 here at Mesquite High School. Well, this is Jim Smith and Raleigh Gibson saying good night, and we had a great time. Enjoyed doing it. Goodbye.
Loud and proud, it's time to crank it up with G-Ster and the Radio Rat Pack.
Crank it up Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. for the latest in music videos. G-Ster and the Radio Rat Pack will take you on a wacky musical journey each Wednesday and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. immediately following the empty stage. Tune in and crank it up right here on the Arizona Channel.
Crank it up! You're watching Arizona's Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel. You're watching Arizona's Superstation. This is the Arizona Channel.